Reject Malice. Embrace Ignister. I'm not just saying that because Malice got hit on the ban list. Oh, no. I've been a day one Malice hater. I cannot stand waifus and waifu decks, dude. And waifu deck players, dude. We got an Ignister deck profile, and then we got a one-card combo tutorial. Alright guys, as usual, we're going to start with the main deck, and I'm going to start us off with our one-card starters. Triple copies of Pikari to search our deck for AI spell traps. Triple Achichi to search our deck for Ignister monsters. Triple Lady Debug to either search Achichi or our tuner, and then triple copies of I Meet You to just search our deck for any Ignister monsters. So that's it for the one card starters, but I'm actually running a couple of 2-card starters in this deck. So double copies of A.I Connect to search our deck for monsters and to special summon our dark monsters, and 2 copies of Cynet Mining just to search our deck for monsters. And the reason why these are 2-card combos is that A.I Connect and Cynet Mining require you to have a card in hand for them to work. So that's why I'm only running 2 of each. For some engine pieces, I'm running the 1 Doyon just to recycle the graveyard, 1 Wizard just because it could special summon itself from hand and another dark from grave, the 1 backup just to special summon itself and search our deck for a dark monster, and then the 1 Cyberse Sage. Yeah, it helps us make our fusion monster, which is super sick. And then if you use it as synchro material, you can just recycle the graveyard as well. I'm then on the 1 Fa.ighting Spirit to respawn an Ignister and protect our monsters. The 1 Island to help us special summon a whole bunch of Ignisters in the same turn. And the 1 Sidekick just to be a really good Omni Negate, and it can also recycle our banished pile as well. So for the non-engine, I got triple Ash to stop our opponent's Charmies mainly, and just to stop them going into their deck. Triple Ghost Belle just to stop our opponent's graveyard shenanigans. Triple Mourner. I think that this card is really good. At least be playing it at 2. In my humble opinion, it actually helps us deal with turn 0 cards as well. Triple copies of Ghost, Ogre, and Snow Rabbit to pop annoying cards. 2 Droll just to stop our opponent from searching. We got the 1 Called By to play around hand traps and stop graveyard stuff. The 1 Crossout to, again, play around hand traps. And the 1 Triple Attack just to help play around hand traps and to help us go second. That's it for the main deck. Alright guys, so for the extra deck, we'll start with the Link 1s. We got double Infant just to search our deck for the island and to help combo off. And the 1 Linguriboh just to help play around trap cards like Imperm and the Dominus cards and whatnot. For the Link 2s, I got the Cyberse Wicckid to search our deck for either our Ritual or our tuner. Both are tuners actually. 1 G-Golem Crystal Heart to respawn Transcode Talker and to help OTK. For the Link 3s, I'm on the 1 Transcode Talker to special summon a Link 3 or lower Cyberse from the grave. The 1 Heatsoul, really good I Meet You target and just helps us draw. The 1 Dark Templar just to help us link climb into our boss monsters. For the Link 4s, I'm on the 1 Accesscode Talker just to become a big beefy beatstick that can break your opponent's board essentially for free. The 1 Firewall Dragon just to bounce our opponent's cards. And actually in this version of the deck, you get to recycle your own graveyard before you could do the bouncing, which is super sick. For the Link 5s, I got the Allied Code Talker at Ignister just to special summon 3 2300 bodies to zones of points 2, and it's our Omni Negate that banishes. To round off the links, I got a Link 6 here, the Firewall Dragon Singularity, just to be able to bounce up to 4 cards our opponent's controls as a quick effect, and then it gains a whole bunch of attack as well. And it also helps us recycle the graveyard. I'm running 1 Synchro monster, the Firewall Saber Dragon, just to help us recycle the grave and search our deck for any AI spell. For the XZs, I'm on the 1 Code Igniter, just to help us search our Ritual monster, help us Ritual summon the Ritual monster, and on top of that, we can also search out our Omni Negate trap. And then to round off the extra deck, guys, the 1 Cyberse Desavewurm, just to be an annoying spell trap to negate for our opponent to deal with. And it's also a combo extender because it lets you special summon a Cyberse monster from the hand for free. So that's it for the extra deck, guys. Also, peep the sleeves. I love flexing these. They're so cool. Let's get started with the 1-card combo, the standard combo. Alright, so for simplicity's sake, guys, we're just going to be doing the standard 1-card combo. Nothing too crazy here. We're going to start by normal summoning Pikari. Pikari is going to search our deck for an AI spell or trap. We're going to search out the I Meet You. We'll activate I Meet You, and we'll go and reveal the Heatsoul just so that we could search out our Achichi. Boom, we get Achichi in hand. Alright, next up, I'm going to link off Pikari for our Link 1, the Dark Infant, and on summon, Infant's going to search out our field spell, the Island. Next up, I'm going to activate Island, and I'm going to go Island Effect, Special Achichi, and then Achichi on summon is going to search out our Doyon. I'll link off these two for Cyberse Wicckid, and then I'm going to go Island Effect to Special Summon Doyon. Now here I'm going to go Chain 2, Chain 1, Chain 2. On summon, Doyon's going to add back our normal summon monster. And then Chain 1, Cyberse Wicckid is going to search out a tuner by banishing something from the grave. Always banish this because you don't really need it. Plus you have the other copy as well. And we're going to be able to search out our tuner, the backup at Ignister. Where is she? There she is. Now we're going to go into our link 3, the Transcode Talker. And on summon of Transcode Talker, Doyon's going to trigger in the graveyard just to recycle our AI spell, which is important. Don't forget to do this because you do need to discard off of backup, and you want to have something that you don't really need to discard off of backup. I'm going to go Island Effect to re-special summon our Pikari, and then I'm going to go Transcode Talker Effect to special summon Wicckid from the graveyard. Next up, I'm going to link off all 3 of these guys for our other link 3, Templar. And you always want to summon it to the right side if you can, just because you have more combo extension this way. Next up, I'm going to go Backup Effect to special summon itself, and then search our deck for a Dark Cyberse, and then we got to discard a card. So typically I like to search out the Wizard, and then yeah, like I said, you got to discard a card, so we'll just discard the A.I Meet You. Okay, next up, I'm going to link off Backup at Ignister for Dark Infant at Ignister, which will trigger Templar. And then Templar is going to try and summon 2 more at Ignisters with different attributes or different names to zones it points to. But Infant's going to trigger to move itself over, become Divine Attribute, and then Templar is going to be able to special summon 3 at Ignisters now. So we'll just special summon Achichi, Doyon, and Pikari. Next up, I'm going to link off these 2 to make our G-Golem Crystal Heart. Specifically over here, you'll see why. I'll then go Crystal Heart Effect to respawn Transcode Talker. Next up, I'm going to go Transcode Talker and Dark Infant to make the Firewall Dragon. Now this is what I'm talking about when I said that we can use Firewall Dragon's effect to recycle the graveyard in this version of the deck. We're going to go Firewall Dragon effect to bounce back 2 cards from our graveyard to the hand, because it's pointing to 2 link monsters that have arrows pointing to it. So we're going to add back Pikari and Doyon. I'm going to go Wizard Effect to special summon itself and a Dark at Ignister from the graveyard. It does have to be in defense position, so make sure to do that. I'll then use these 2 to make Firewall Saber Dragon, and on summon, Firewall Saber Dragon is going to add back a monster from the grave or banishment. We're going to add back Wizard. Next up, I'm going to link off Achichi for Linguriboh, simply to trigger Firewall Dragon's other effect to special summon a monster from hand. We're going to special summon the Pikari. Next up, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to make Firewall Dragon Singularity. On summon of Firewall Dragon Singularity, Firewall Saber Dragon is going to trigger to add an AI spell trap from our deck to our hand. We're going to add A.I Connect. I'll then activate A.I Connect, revealing a Dark in hand. We're going to reveal Doyon to special summon itself, and then search our deck for a non-dark Cyberse. I like adding the Achichi just for some follow-up plays on the next turn. After this, I'm going to XC summon these 2 to make Code Igniter. And on summon, Code Igniter will trigger to add a Cyberse Ritual from deck to hand, adding the Cyberse Sage. I'm then going to go Code Igniter effect, detach a material, and then use 1 card in hand. We'll just use Achichi to ritual summon our Cyberse Sage. I'll then go Cyberse Sage effect to fusion summon this guy by banishing the materials in the grave. So it's basically a Cyberse, it's 2 Cyberse monsters, 1 has to be an extra deck 1, so we'll banish Wicckid and we'll banish our second copy of Achichi, just so that we can make our fusion monster the Cyberse Desavewurm. I'll then go Crystal Heart and Desavewurm to make Decode Talker Heatsoul, and on summon, Firewall Dragon Singularity will trigger to special summon the Firewall Dragon right back. So now we have the bounce effect again on our opponent's turn as well. Before we go Heatsoul effect to pay 1,000, draw a card, it's important that we search out our trap so that we don't draw into it. So what we'll do here is we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make our allied Code Talker at Ignister. And at this point, we don't even need to use its effect to special summon more monsters to zones it points to, because we already have everything there. On summon, the Code Igniter is going to trigger in the graveyard to search out our trap, Sidekick. And now at this point, we're free to use Decode Talker Heatsoul's effect, pay 1,000 life points to draw a card. I mean, we've done enough digging in the deck that very likely to draw into our non-engine, so just for the sake of the video, let's just say we drew into Ash Blossom. So then we'll just set our Sidekick, and then I'll show you what we could do on the following turn. On the following turn, we have a bounce 2, a bounce 4, we get to draw again, we have a negate, and we have a negate for 2. And on top of that, we have the Ash Blossom that you might have drawn into, and then you can go Heatsoul effect on your opponent's turn just to draw into potentially another hand trap like, say, Mourner, and then boom, you have another interruption. We even have Desavewurm in the graveyard to banish itself to negate a spell or trap. And then on the following turn, what you can do is you can banish Sidekick to respawn your Desavewurm. Isn't that nutty, dude? And on top of that, what we could do here is we could go Heatsoul and Firewall Dragon to make Accesscode Talker. We'll make it over here, which will then trigger Singularity to respawn Firewall Dragon. So now we have a bounce 4, a bounce 3 this time, and we could break our opponent's board, and we could just attack for game. That's how nutty this deck is. It's actually straight up unfair, dude. Love this deck. All with one card, by the way. So there you have it. You've officially rejected Malice and embraced Ignister, and now you're a Chad, like me. Before you leave, subscribe, alright? Turn the notification bell on, leave a comment. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. Let me know what you guys think. Always love reading the comments, and I'll see you next time.